Hi, Dr. Kiadbu. We are actually here in the studio of Lineage Performing Arts Center in Pasadena, California. I am with the director, Hillary Thomas. Hillary, oh my God, I am so glad I have met you.
I'm so glad
There's so many things that I think what you're doing here and the Live Again project like align in so many ways, but why don't you tell people how long you've been in dance?
Well, I've been dancing my whole life, so that's about close to 4 decades of dancing. But I started this company 17 years ago as a way to give back to the community through dance. And there's so many amazing nonprofits in this area, and I just, fresh out of college, didn't have any money to be able to donate to them or anything, so I thought maybe I can create some performances to raise funds and awareness for all the good that they're doing. And that has snowballed into what we have here, which is the Performing Arts Center that is dedicated to raising support and awareness for various nonprofits and helping out communities through the arts. And I'm so proud of how far we've come.
Oh my gosh. Things that you do here are amazing. Now, we'll talk about your work with the cancer community, but what are some of the other nonprofits and I know you dance for certain disease states outside of cancer.
So we have a program called Dance for Joy that actually emerged from a show that we were doing about the human brain, and it was called The Brain in Motion. It was a dance production that kind of explained the inner workings of the brain through dance and narrative and visual arts. And as we were studying various diseases of the human brain, what we came across, the Mark Morris Dance Group in New York was doing a Dancing Through Parkinson's program and found that people with Parkinson's disease really, really benefit from dance. And so we started that program. We contacted them and said, how can we get involved? How can we bring that to this side of the country? And we started that program 8 years ago. 8 years ago. And it has since evolved because people who were recovering from strokes were taking the class. People with Alzheimer's and dementia started taking the class, and it just continually evolved. And so now we have what we call our Dance for Joy program. And I was thinking that maybe that was one of our students coming in that you would love to talk to, but she's not here yet. She'll be here soon.
Well, we'll talk to her in a second.
But the Dance for Joy program has just been amazing. We actually we've done Dancing with Cancer programs that we've learned, and dancers generally know this, or people who love to dance, is that dance is one of the most healing things you can do, because it gives you this opportunity to not only move your body, but really express and feel something in just a more powerful way than you can through words or any other outlet, I think. And I'm totally biased, by the way, when I say all this. But what we found is that people who are non-dancers, giving them the freedom to express is a very, very healing thing.
Oh, yeah. Now, tell me how you got started dancing around cancer stories.
Well, it started with kind of a condition that I have, which is when I hear a story that is compelling to me, I feel the need to want to choreograph it. And I heard a story about a woman named Rel Sun who was it was the most inspiring story, and I created this dance about her. And then from there, I started to meet more and more people in the cancer community and hearing their stories, because cancer can so easily be expressed through dance, because it's something that is really, taking over one's body and changing one's relationship with one's body. And there's so much, I think, processing that needs to go on, that is on a physical level as well as an emotional level. And dance takes everything and kind of combines it with this physical, emotional experience.
So, what is your process? How do you bring somebody's story and be able to tell it so beautifully?
That's a great question. I don't know. It happens very much internally. And when I listen to things, I literally visualize them with moving parts. And so often I will have a dream of something, and I'll come into rehearsal and I'll say, okay, this was it. We need to figure out how to make that happen. And it doesn't always happen in the way that my dream was. My dreams are usually way cooler than what we can actually do. But it does provide some sort of inspiration that moves us to that next level. And just kind of sharing the story with the dancers and what's going on with them, then we're able to make that happen.
So tell us about your performance, it was called Healing Blue.
Yes.
Healing Blue. And tell us, you're weaving multiple different stories together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when we do Healing Blue, it started for the first time in 2005 as a benefit for breast cancer, and we have told 7 women's stories through film interviews, and then showed the dances that we had created through those. And that first fundraiser alone, we were able to raise $28,000 for breast cancer research, which was really huge for us at the time as well, because we were just, you know, a very small group of dancers trying to make a difference in the community. And then that show has continued to evolve, and we've got so many different pieces, stories that can go into that, and every year it's a whole new, you know, we have some that remain every time. Quite often we do the Rel Sun piece because that was the first one that inspired it all. But each time we bring in new stories, bring new dances, and that's what's so fun to be able to do.
That is so exciting. Oh, you've got dancers.
And by the way,
coming in.
we are having class and everything, so don't worry, you know, just ignore the blabbing.
So what is going to be, are you going to be adding additional pieces to Healing Blue? And if there was a cancer patient, do they just come to you with stories?
Absolutely.
Or do you do a call for stories?
We do. We often, usually we kind of rotate which nonprofits we work with, and through those nonprofits we meet new people that share their story. And sometimes it's an accidental partnership, and sometimes somebody comes up to me and says, you really need to hear this story, you need to create this dance. And so it's a combination of the two.
I think what you do here is awesome. We're going to certainly come to the shows and watch these stories, because I'm really excited to see how you piece it together in an art form out here. So if people want to find out more about the performances or coming in for a class, do you have a website?
We sure do. They can go to lineagepac.org. That's the Lineage Performing Arts Center. So Lineage PAC.
Lineagepac.org.
And this is my daughter, Maddie.
Hi.
Come on in.
Perfect. Perfect timing. Say hi to everybody. You were just full of joy. So has she started dancing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you like to
Certainly.
dance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well-
So we have a class that we need to come on out, ladies. Don't be shy.
Come on up. Well, thank you so much, Hilary Thomas, for joining our program here with Live Again, and I'm excited for the new partnerships and the
I am
projects.
too. I can't wait.
All right. Bye bye.